everyone. I hope you're doing well and having a marvelous day. I am here to do intuitive card reading on today's energies. So let's take a look at the cards and see what guidance, messages, and insights the universe wants to share with us today. So we have Nine of Shells, gratitude, fulfillment. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of us, not all of us, but as a society in general, we don't have a lot of gratitude and appreciation. We don't have a lot of fulfillment. If you look at people at large, so many are going through the motions. They're going on autopilot. They're in survival mode. And even people, have more material wealth and money. Are they truly living fulfilled lives? Because I'll look at some people, even growing up with my peer group, there are some who came from really affluent families and they did not seem fulfilled. They did not seem satisfied. They seemed to constantly be trying to fill this void of emptiness on the inside and thinking that more money, more things, that kind of stuff would be satisfying to them. That would finally make them happy. And maybe getting that new shiny thing would make them happy for a little bit, but then it was on to the next thing. And part of that is because there's a lack of gratitude and appreciation. You're not happy and satisfied with what you have. That's not to say that you can't have more. That's not to say that you don't deserve more. My family does not treat me well. I've had, this so many people cross my path that were pretty toxic and unhealthy. And so I know that I don't deserve that. But at the same time, I try to look for the good in situations, the light, as Uncle Iroh says, look for the light and you can often find it, but look for the dark and that's all you'll ever see. And that's part of the reason why I think there's friction between me and my family is that they actively look for the dark. They look for the negative. They look for reasons to complain. And I try not to complain, although I very much acknowledge that sometimes you need to vent to get it out of your system, because sometimes it's just building up that pressure and it could be, destroying you from the inside out when you try to pretend like everything's great when it's not. So, you can get things off your chest to get it out of your system, but the difference between me and my family is how much they fixate and ruminate and obsess and let things fester. And there's also a difference between stating facts, like how, let's say with that toxic group of the narcissist, how they mistreated me, they abused me, all these things. And it's just there's a difference between yeah, that happened, it wasn't okay, and getting up in arms and investing all this time, energy, and attention into it and getting so upset and angry and acknowledging the fact that it's just you can't have righteous anger. You're human, you have your emotions. It's not okay to be treated poorly, but how is it you're wanting to spend your time and energy? I could easily just get up in arms and rant and rave and complain like my family does about how I've been mistreated, all this nastiness has happened to me throughout my life. But and it's the example of that toxic group of the narcissist. Yeah, I don't like what happened. Yeah, I don't like how they treated me or how it played out, but I also have this gratitude that I escaped. I got free. I don't have to deal with the toxic nastiness anymore. I don't have to deal with their gaslighting and manipulation and coercion and emotional blackmail and all these things. So I am gratitude. I am grateful for that. I do appreciate it because it's just so much lighter and freer. And I'm able to spend my time, energy, and attention now that they had been sucking up on things that lift me up, on things that bring me joy, on things that light up my world. I can spend it with my best friend and her children. I can spend it on, doing creative projects and, writing and reading and watching fun shows and movies and, hanging out with my cat, playing with my cat, doing messages for you guys. Like, I can pursue things that are in alignment with me, that are fulfilling for me, versus, sinking all this time and energy into things that were draining me and no good for me. So if we can shift our focus into one of gratitude and appreciation, not that we ignore the bad in the world or the wrongdoing and just give it a free pass, that's not what I'm saying, but if we can look for the silver lining, the bright side, seek out the rainbow amidst the storm, it's going to just change our lives profoundly. We're going to feel so much more fulfilled, and we're going to be so much more satisfied. Because if we can appreciate what we have, the universe will want to give us more. Because you already appreciate what you have. When you didn't have that much, you still found ways to be happy. You still found ways to be grateful. You're not constantly being like, oh man, I don't ever have enough. And it's well, if you never have enough, why would the universe give you more? Because, you speak things into existence. If your energy is that of lack, so why would you get more, kind of thing, So yeah, just look for little things to be grateful for, even if it's, just having clean water, having access to food, a roof over your head, having a body that can move around, whatever it is, find things to be grateful for. And, you can even start a gratitude list, because when you have gratitude, it can totally shift your reality. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.